See how I should have been here early? All these people are in my second in Charles. Nowhere to park. Line long already. Hello. Thank you.
Penny a page, so the last page in the used book is the price you'll pay in pennies. You have 5 used books, just put those at the final page in the book when you bring it to checkout.
Thank you.
No problem.
And this is the sign right here, right?
So it'll be an orange sticker.
Okay. Okay.
I was mistaken. The stickers at the front, I had to go check. The stickers at the front do count for our promotion.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all know I love a good
bargain deal on books. Second and Charles is one of my, I guess, top stores I get a lot of my books from. And it's right next to my gym. So I feel like after I put in a good days of work, look at this lady. Me too, lady. Me too. That's how I feel. Bent out, stretched down, hurting. Yes, me too, little lady. Mood. You are such a mood, a whole mood. Like I was saying, when I go to Planet Fitness, that's my reward is buying myself a book. So I can't even walk into Second and Charles. But this back wall is all of the romance. And y'all see down there the Hex X and the Kiss Curse and all the books that I like are on this back wall. They just reorganized our Second and Charles to where if you don't go there as much as I do for working out, you would have been confused. This was an absolute long day for me, but I enjoy picking out books. But you just have to have the patience for retail. I worked in retail most of my life, like more than half of my life, with Black Friday and all the different things. Look at that Taylor Jenkins Reid book. Yeah, that one is questionable. Maybe. I really liked her book, The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I did not like Malibu's Rising, and she had another one. After I Do was okay. I like that one. I don't care for Carrie Soto at all. It's very character driven. But y'all, this is my little town, and it is a pretty big Second and Charles. This is actually renovated to be Second and Charles. It used to be a Books a Million back in the day, way back in the day, and then they changed it to Second and Charles like within current years. And Second and Charles is a child of Books a Million because that is their parent company. So most of the books you see here are easily a stem from the clearance, I guess, of the Books a Million and all of the second chance or second hand books. But even though it's second hand doesn't mean that they actually were read before because some of the books are just overstocked books that has not sold. But here we are at my house. Tradition. I always do a spin wheel of all the books that I got. Well, I guess it's tradition because it's my second year doing the penny per page sale. And I think they do it twice a year because I feel like they had one in the beginning of the year. And then I know they had one August the same time last year. I'm going to go with my penny per page sale with Percy. But let's just get into it. So y'all know Second and Charles had their penny per page sale. And this is my second year doing this. So as tradition, let's see how many books that I got. First book is by Geneva Rose. Geneva Rose, The Perfect Divorce, The Perfect Marriage. And she did several other books that I've read. And this one is like a romance by her, I guess. And y'all know I call myself a romance girl. And this one, Peyton Sanders hopes it's not too late to stay back. Done with dead end relationships, swiping right, she knows who her heart belongs to. But as she races to tell him how she feels, she's hit by a car and wakes up with amnesia. It gets worse. Peyton has no clue who the three men who show up at the hospital bed are, except they each claim to be her boyfriend. A guy told me he loved me tonight. So she has a silly sense of humor, and it's either you get it or you don't. And she's a New York Times best-selling author. I haven't read this one by her. And Geneva Rose, she's not an auto buy just yet, but she's entering her way up to be an auto buy. I read her book, The Girl I Was, The Perfect Marriage. Something about one of them was about this brother that she had. It was like on a VHS tape. We did it for our book club meeting. This book came out in 2023, and it's like it says, for my thriller readers, heads up, there's no murder in this book. So there we have it. I like that she writes outside of her comfort zone sometimes. And this is that book. And this is Geneva Rose. Wait, no, that's not. That's the price. Where is she? Yeah, she is here. She's on that corner right here. So this book was a penny per page, and I got this book for $2.41 at Second and Charles. Yeah, $2.41. Next, I have this one is by Taylor Jenkins Reid. She is the one who wrote The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and I love that book. I've read her Malibu's Rising book. Wasn't really a fan of that. She had Daisy Jones in the Six. Wasn't a fan of that. She had After I Do. That one was okay. But I've seen this book and I wanted it, so why not get this book at penny per page? In this one, it is okay. Elsie Porter is an average 20-something-year-old, and it's called Forever Interrupted. Elsie Porter is an average 20-something, and yet what happens to her is anything but ordinary. On a rainy day in New Year's Day, she heads out to pick up pizza for one. She isn't expected to see anyone else in the shop, much less adore her charming Ben Ross. The chemistry is instant and electric. Ben cannot even wait 24 hours before he sees her again. Within weeks, the two are head over heels. By May, they elope. Only 9 days later, Ben is riding out on his bike and he's hit by a truck and killed on impact. So she has to, I guess, befriend the mother-in-law type situation, and that's where this one is going. But I wonder if this car accident has anything to do with that Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo book. Because that one had a car accident in it as well. Just a little mental note. Okay. This one, The Writing Retreat. This was book of the month. I love the cover of this book. And book of the month, this book was $13. Let me see how much this book was. Did I tell y'all? My mind is just, this book was $3.24. That's that. This one, The Writing Retreat, and it's about, let's see what it's about. The Writing Retreat. Never read anything by this person before. It was a book of the month book. And I like to get book of the month books from Second and Charles because they're hardcovers, which I enjoy. And they're usually barely even read, like still new and crispy and smell new. So at least at my Second and Charles. So at one exclusive writers retreat, it's Publish or Perish. Alex have all but given up on her dreams of becoming a published author when she receives a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Attend an exclusive month-long writing retreat at the estate of feminist horror Rosso Vallo. She's a writer. When even the knowledge that when her former best friend, current rival, is attending doesn't damper the excitement. But long story short, I think they all have to come up with a story, but each one of them starts to vanish during a snowstorm and the clock is running out and they have to discover the truth, or the same fate will happen to them. So this is like a claustrophobic type thriller. Again, they say you can't put it down. I'm gonna find out. I like this book because of this edge. See how they have on the corner of it? That's pretty neat. Next, this is the one I knew for sure that I was gonna get when I went to Second and Charles. I saw it as like just the first book I picked up, and it's called Death of an Author. So Death of an Author, this is, I don't know if she's Nigerian or what, but she is a international award-winning New York Times bestseller writer, pioneer of genres in Africa. I guess it's a world fantasy type situation. And I don't know this author's work, but I've seen his book in different covers of it. Death of an Author. And this book, I read a synopsis before, but I didn't get it. It was marked at $14.99 at Second and Charles. This is the author of this book. It's a heavy one because it's like a real hardcover. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm doing a terrible job showing y'all today. Trying to hold the mic. Anyways, I have to post a picture of her because very beautiful lady. This is a signed edition, they say. I love the cover of this one. I wasn't a fan of the other cover that they had by her. This one, life has thrown Zilla a curveball over the years, but when she suddenly dropped from her university job, her latest novel is rejected, all in the middle of her sister's wedding. Her life is upended, disabled, unemployed, and from a nosy, high-achieving, a judgmental family, she is not sure what comes next. In her hotel room that night, she takes the risk that will define her life. She decides to write a book, very unlike her others, a science fiction book, science fiction drama about androids and AI after extinction of humanity and everything changes. What follows is a tale of love and loss, fame and infamy, of extraordinary events in one world and another. As Zula life evolves, the lines begin to blur between fiction and reality. This one, I was looking through it. I know she has like sections where she's writing a book in this book, and I like when they write books inside of a book. So that was intriguing to me when I look at this book. So it's called Death of an Author, and that is the next book that I have. It wouldn't be me if I didn't get a book with a witch in it. Wait, no, no, no. Y'all, I keep on forgetting to tell y'all how much these books cost. On average, each one of these books cost me about $3.80. This book, because I added them all up and divided, you know. This book was $4.35. Next, y'all, I have this one book. It's called The Late Night Witches. And this is by Orly Wallace. And this one, I love me a good Halloween book about some type of witch or some fuzzy warm. And this one said a warm and funny novel about a family, love lost and found, discovering who they are and how difficult it is to slay a vampire. Love it. Halloween for sure. This is getting read. Cassie Bucket's life is anything but magical. With a wild young sister and three unruly kids and an absent husband, she's really not looking forward to the witching month of October. At least the gorgeous, foggy Prince Edward's Island is always quiet. That is until the vampire arrives. I'm all about that for Halloween, y'all. My type of book. So I got that book. This one, it came out in, I don't even know if I'm doing all these. It came out in 2025, y'all. And this book was $3.83. It doesn't have any pictures of the author in it. It's just a paperback. You get what you get with that one. This one was interesting. I found this in the fit, I guess the lit fit area. And it is called The Midwife's Secret. And it's a pretty book for sure. And it says, it has a lot of blurbs on the back. Captivating, suspenseful, loss and betrayal of decades old secrets. I love when it's like some type of historical fiction situation. This one, it says, let me see if I can read it like this. On New Year's Eve, while the Hiltons of, okay, that light's in my face, of the New Tree Manor pre-post, wait, no, On New Year's Eve, while the Hiltons of Yieldtree Manor prepares to host a party of the season, their little girl disappears. Suspicions fall on Bobby James, a young farmhand, and the last person to see Alice before she vanishes. Bobby protests he's innocent, but he is sent away. Alice is never found. And then that's in 1969. And then they come and jump up from to present day. And this book, she wrote the girl in the letter and she wrote the missing daughter. So this is like her theme. And she sold over 20 languages. No. She sold this in about 20 different languages. And she works for a TV drama. All right, lady. They don't really give me much. I like the print in this book that is not small. And let's see, she is an international bestseller. Her name is Emily Gunness. This is Emily Gunness. It was marked for $9, y'all. And I got the book for $3.83. This one I've seen and recognized this book before, but I haven't read it. And it is I guess this is just the Ministry of Time. It's like time travel for sure, but it seemed like it would hold my attention. It seemed like it'll hold my attention. We don't know. And it says in the near future, a civil servant begins work on a highly confidential project. Government of Ministry is gathering expats from across history to discover whether time travel is feasible for the human body, but also for the fabric of space-time. She will act as a bridge, living with, assisting, and monitoring expats known as 1847 or Commander Graham Gore, who, as a history is concerned, died on Sir John Franklin's abandoned, doomed 1845 expedition into the Arctic. Okay, see, time travel. I don't know, y'all. I might be into time travel nowadays. I like it. It's so random. And it says that was like a Good Morning pick. I'm all over the place. Good Morning America book club pick, and this book was listed for $9.50. I got this book for $3.39. This one, A Song to Drown Rivers. This one is a fairly new book. This book come out. Hold on a second, y'all. This time a ministry of time book. Lots and lots of blurbs. I hope it stands up. This one was 2024. This one, I don't want to say when this book come out. I'm dropping my bookmarks. This one had 324 pages in it, so I guess it was $3.25 or 24 cents. This book, I knew the lady was Chinese, and I was like, okay, that's cool. Came out 2024. It's a recent pick for the Good Morning America's book club here. And this lady, I haven't read anything else by her, but the premise of this book sounds so interesting to me. This was one of the first hardcovers that I picked up, because y'all know I go for the hardcovers first. She is like, it's like this beautiful lady. I do remember that. So beauty is seen as a blessing to the villagers of Yun, convinced that the best fate for girls is to marry well and support her family. When Extra, I think that's her name, draws the attention of The famous young military advisor, he presents her with a rare opportunity to use her beauty as a weapon. One could topple the rival neighborhood kingdom of Wu, improves their lives of her people, and to avenge her sister's murder, she has to do infiltrate the enemy's palace as a spy and seduce the immortal king and weaken from within. Yeah, so I knew it was something to do with her beauty, and she had to, I guess, infiltrate the king to get revenge for her sister or avenge her sister. So that one, it is A Song to Drown Rivers. So outside of my culture, but I do appreciate when like Asian or Chinese, whoever, writes a good story and I could follow it. So Good Morning America picked that one. This one has been on my radar for a long time. It's called The Family Game. Hardcover for sure. It came out 2022. And this book was, let's see, how many pennies was this book? 318 pennies. 319 pennies. So $3.19. And this is a family game. And Harriet, she's a novelist. So the rules of the game, here you go. Listen carefully, do your research, trust no one, and run for your life. That's like the 4 rules. Harriet Reed, a novelist who's on the brink of literary stardom, is engaged to Edward. He's the heir of a powerful family, and through Edward has long tried several ties with them. News of the couple's marital bliss has the family itching back into their lives. All right. Family Game. I know y'all seen this book all over. I'm probably like the only person who hasn't read it. It's Book of the Month 2022. I don't want to know if any of these books are good or bad. I just want to read them and find out. I picked them up for whatever reason. Who knows? This one, I picked this one up because I did enjoy her book, Where Wildflowers Grow. And this one, it is by that lady, the same lady, and she did so well with her writing. She's an author. I want to see if this one holds up to that one. So my bar is really high, y'all. This book is kind of chunky. It is chunky. It was listed for $9.95. I got it for $4.40. So it says, off the rip, long after we're gone, don't let the white man take the house. First line. These are the last words King Solomon said to his sons before he died. Now, all 4 of Solomon's siblings must return to North Carolina to save the kingdom, their ancestral home, and 200 acres of land from a developing company that has their sights set on turning the valuable waterfront property into a luxury resort. I like her covers. Very pretty. And it said this was, Target said, even though I don't shop at Target, this book probably came from Target because there's a sticker, Author of the Year. Last but not least, I saw his book at, where was I? It was called The Vacationers or Vacation, and I didn't get it. It was like $1 at one of those thrift shops I went to because the cover just didn't grab me. This cover grabbed me, and I was like, wow, I love this cover. And I looked at the reviews before my phone died. Y'all, it was so overstimulating in that penny per page sale. This is called The Dream Home. And T.M. Logan, it says master of Up All Night thrillers. I don't want to know if it's good or bad. I just want to read it, y'all. if y'all read it. Because some people say, "Oh, I didn't like it," and that like makes me not even want to pick the book up after y'all didn't say y'all didn't like it. So I only say yes if you've read it and you like this author before. It says Adam and Jess move into a new house. Adam and Jess move into a new house with their three young children, a rambling Victorian villa in a nice neighborhood right after the very top of their price range. Okay. Before long, Adam discovers the door hidden behind the fitted wardrobe, concealing a secret room. Dream home. Let me reread that because I was struggling with that paragraph for some reason. I guess because of the snowing and the snarting and stuff. Lord. So he has some blurbs on the back of this by B.A. Paris. This author, it is, I don't like too many. I like his bold colors. And the vacation just wasn't a bold color. I went to the thrift shop to see if they had it, and they did. It was National Thrift Shop Day, August 17th, so it was half off the price. The lady behind me was like, "Oh, the hardcovers are $250 on mine." No, ma'am, mine said $150, but she couldn't read it. So I got it for half of $150. I mean, I guess it was $1.25, but I was still mad that it could have been half of the $150. Mind you, this was a customer giving a price, not the worker, because her book said $250 on it. I was looking at the mother. I like that cover. I like the curfew. Let's see. He is a Sunday's Times bestseller of thrillers who have sold more than 2 million copies in the UK, are published in 22 countries around the world. The Holiday was Richard and Judy's book club pick and adapted into a 4-part TV drama. The Catch, formerly a national newspaper journalist, he writes full-time and lives in the northern Hampshire with wife and 2 children. Nice looking man. These hardcovers are hard to pick up with one hand, child. Give me a workout. I'm about to go work out though. That is his book. And it is, let me reread that paragraph because I was struggling. It says Adam and Jess moved into a new house with their 3 young children, a rambling Victorian villa in a nice neighborhood right at the very top of their price range. Long before Adam discovers a door hidden behind a fitted wardrobe concealing a secret room. So that is the dream home. These are my books. Let's see. What's it? How many pages was in this book? This is a thick one. Oh, it's not that many. The words are really big in this book. 406 pages. So let's see how many books that I got, y'all. 1, 2. I know how many I got. I got 11 books. That's my, I guess, my little book number. You do 5 and 5 and 1 to grow on. And hardcovers mostly is what I go for. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hardcovers and 5 paperback books. So let me see if I could pick all of this stack up. And I'm about to go work out, so y'all gotta excuse the attire, cause Big Mama is getting a little husky. So this is my Tower of Penny per Page sale. Wait, is it all going the wrong way? Jeez. Get yourself together, Stacy. Get yourself together. So this is my penny per page sale books that I got. It's 11 books. Yeah, that's more like it. Me with all my books. Y'all know I love, love, love a good book haul. Like, comment, and subscribe if y'all are not tired yet of these book hauls. I'm not. But I need to read these books down because I feel like I'm getting a bunch of really, really good ones that I need to read. So let me know in this stack of books. Have you read any of these books and which one should I dive into first or next? But I know for sure I'm reading this one during spooky Halloween season. I moved outside and I got this mic on because of course they are cutting grass outside. And I want to open up my Bookish mail that I just got out the mailbox. It's from the Bookish Goods. You know, they're my favorite one I order from, and they had a big sale. So I got this bag. I've been ordering for them for years. Hopefully they could affiliate me or something. It says, when in doubt, go to the library. Very cute bag. See it? And I got this sweater from them. Let's see what this one looks like. My unboxing. And I got a large in this one because I like this kind of oversized because if I wash it and it like starts to shrink or something. But it's like Club Day Lecture. Yeah. So I can fold that back up and put it in. And currently I'm reading The Block Party. Y'all, this book has been on my shelves for so long and I finally picked it up. It's very messy. The mom is very, very messy. She worried about everybody else's business but her own and her own daughters. She needs to focus on her own family. That was Percy, y'all know, all the hacking and stuff. But she needs to focus on her own family, her own daughter, because this is giving nosy neighbor and everybody else's business except for your own. Because the only person that I'm liking in this story so far is her brother. Because he was like, why are you worried about them people's business? And I like him for that. But this one, it's they all live in the cul-de-sac. Y'all hear that Louisiana me talking all country and stuff. But they live in the cul-de-sac. I don't even know if I'm saying this shit right. But you die if you miss it. So it's the block party and they have it like annually for the neighborhood. And she's I don't know if she's a Karen, but she is in everybody else's business but her own. So that so far is what I'm getting from this. And it's supposed to be a domestic thriller. I love the cover of this book because I sit in these chairs, but I ain't that type of neighbor. You know what? I might be that type of neighbor, and I don't know it. But I'm not all up in everybody else's business. If it comes to me on my porch, yes. But she's all hiding in people's bushes and stuff, doing the most so far. So that is what I'm reading right now. I'm about to sit out here and read for a little minute too. My book. So I don't know if I want to start doing read with me for like 30 or read with me for an hour because I sit on the porch when it's like the witching hour when the sun is going down and just listen to outside with Percy. I'm always fussing at him because he likes to wander off and do his own thing. But I like sitting on my porch for a little while, you know. But I have to have candles burning because the mosquitoes are so bad like this. They're so bad in Louisiana. I'll burn the candles around just so the mosquitoes, they don't like the smell of like the scented candles. So that's why I'll do it. I'll get something strong from Bath and Body Works and burn the candles while I read. And that deters the mosquitoes away from me on the porch. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Peace. Yeah, I have a sleeper. Knocked out. Who sleeps for like 20 hours a day like he worked, snoring. She's, I'll say she's an average something, 20 something. Am I reading this right? Let's start it over. Okay. Inclusive, exclusive, not inclusive. Alex has all but forgiven. No. You okay, baby? Okay. I didn't say come over here. Get back. Percy. Let me get this. I can't even read like that.